What's up, y'all?
Welcome back, Thinking Game. What episode are we on?
Number 30, 30, Trace 0.
30, man.
And today's topic is maintenance, whichever one you want, tomato, however you want to pronounce it. So, yeah, one quick question. What age do you think kids should really start learning about maintaining, like just maintenance, like maintenance of health, maintenance of just day-to-day living, you know?
The age when you start valuing things, you should, or caring about stuff.
Yeah.
Maintenance is big, you know what I mean? I teach my son early, maintenance in his toys, you know what I mean? Things you like, you know what I mean? This is your favorite shoes, you know what I mean? Take care of them, you know what I mean?
Because most of the time, kids there wear the shoes. I even did. You wear it till they get so dirty. You just like, all right, just get some more pair of shoes. Just leave them in the closet.
Because daddy's going to buy me some more. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, if I want some shoes, I dog them out and I get some more.
I remember we was in our 20s. I think we had every color of Michael Vick's.
What?
With the white and black.
What?
Then they got the all black.
You'll get fired. You wear Michael Vick's now. But we just had, no.
Mike Vick?
No.
I think he may have a podcast though.
Yeah, I think he does. And like I watched it a couple times. It's really good. You know what I mean? But I love those shoes. I mean, could Michael Vick, could you bring back the shoes? You know what I mean?
Hey, Nike is not gonna retro
though.
Well, they'll be clean though. They did.
Yes.
I don't think they're gonna retro those though.
Those were shoes I would buy.
Yeah.
The cleats were fresh. You know what I mean? But
well, when that shoes came out, it wasn't a scandal. It was just him playing football. He was balling.
Yes.
I think it was the second one that came out. I think that's when it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should retro those. I probably would get those.
Yeah.
Because they actually was comfortable.
Yeah, they were really comfortable. Yeah.
I know, like, you're a Jordan, just after a while, they just ain't comfortable no more. You just get used to wearing them, but those actually were pretty comfortable.
Yeah, but style-wise, you know what I mean? But I remember you, when you, took maintenance to a whole nother level, you know what I mean? From getting out of the kid phase, you know what I mean? You had a shoe rack for your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Clean the Jordans and everything.
You had kids and
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
used to get my feet done. I should joke with me about that. Every time we went to Wyra Country, and my feet was red as a cherry because I think I had just went to get a pedicure or whatever. I ain't get no polish though. Nah, I ain't do all that, but yeah. Because if you don't take care of your feet, man, your feet go, man.
You walk on them every day. You know what I mean? So
you have to wear sandals because your feet don't want to cooperate. So you got to wear open-toe sandals because you can't wear tennis shoes.
Because your foot got too wide, you know what I mean? So
your feet, they just run over.
You walking on the side of your shoe. I dealt with 12 wide. No, it's a regular. I just made it wide.
Boy.
But when you start caring about the stuff and buying new.
So what, 12, 13, you think probably they really start learning about?
Yeah, early than that, my son has stuff he likes and he's 5.
I'm talking about when they count though, like when you.
But it's the.
I understand.
The foundation.
Yeah, the foundation. Definitely.
Especially when you have siblings. You let other people use your stuff and they dog your stuff out. Nobody ain't gonna take care of your stuff.
That's part of maintenance too, knowing you're
exactly.
not
so
gonna
I'm gonna take care of it. Yeah. If you not, you can't use my stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly. So yeah.
And that's a part of maintenance, taking care of your stuff and keeping it safe. You know what I mean? So I'm putting my stuff up. You know what I mean? And it's like putting money up, putting shoes up, taking care of your car, maintaining your tires. You know what I mean? That's mindset. If you don't get it when you're a kid, washing dishes, washing your clothes, taking care of the clothes that you do have. You don't take care of it as a kid, you start really, it's a rude awakening when you're an adult.
It's just a cost of maintenance, right? It's discipline of doing it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounds simple in your head, you see yourself doing it, but then we actually have to wash the clothes, put the clothes in the dryer. Then when they get out the dryer, you have to fold the clothes.
Put them in.
I wonder if they don't like people top 3 lists. They don't like doing it. It's like folding clothes.
I thought I didn't like wash the dishes or scrub the toilet. I will clean the toilet every day. Before I fold some clothes, I will put them in the washer.
I hang all my shirts up. I don't even fold like that. If I had enough room in my closet, I hang all T-shirts and everything. Nigga, I get some clip hangers for my underwear, and if I had enough room, hang my boxes up. Hey, you remember we used to live in my mom's house? My mom used to be so mad, man. Sorry, Mom. We just take the clothes and dry and just throw them on the couch.
Throwing them on the couch.
Nobody sat in the living room anyway. What else you gonna use it for? It's a nice green couch. Let's just use it for the laundry. Boy,
somebody didn't take their laundry out. Throw it on the couch.
For sure. Now, here's the deal. Now we're finna get into the topic. How do you maintain your health and vitality? That's something kids need to understand, because if you don't get on top of your health when you're young and it start creeping up on you, it's hard to catch back up.
Yeah.
Especially if you let it get the momentum, man. It's hard. Some stuff you can't even come back from. You gotta be careful, man.
Some stuff is so simple if you do it today. Yeah. Like my grass. Yeah. Cut the grass, walk around the yard, pushing the lawnmower. Yeah. Let it go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now I'm trying to push lawnmower through grass this thick. Yeah. And it seems like you can't do it. You want to hire a professional. Yeah. Hiring a professional landscaper costs. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna be out there in the summer, because you got to do it when it's hot, because if you do it in the morning, it holds that moisture. You can't push the lawnmower through it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna sit in the heat pushing it, or I'm gonna pay somebody to do it. Same thing with your health. You can walk, exercise, do jumping jacks, push-ups, whatever you need to do. Go to the gym. When you're young, 20, 30 minutes, that's all it takes. You know what I mean? For maintenance. But when you get behind, you know what I mean, 50 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight, the pounds just kind of, I'd never be 100 pounds overweight, but it just flies.
Diet?
Yeah, or diet, you know what I mean? Not even, just, you know what I mean, eating green, you know what I mean? Just vegetables, eating healthy, vitamins and stuff like that.
You can eat vegetables, but you still have the portion of the protein that you eat, though. Some people eat, they'll get a salad from McDonald's and get a double quarter pounder to go with it.
Well, you know what I mean? And the fries, too. You know what I mean? You just add the salad on top of a 15
to make it feel like you're eating healthy.
I'm going to add a salad on a 15
get a size
100 calorie meal. You know what I mean? I got a salad. Instead of the fries, I got the fries too. You know what I mean?
So they were fresh. I had to get them because they were fresh out the grease.
Know what I mean? And I just got a little 4-piece nugget with the salad. You know what I mean? So.
And I'll preface this by saying, I used to eat crazy, so I know I used to eat insane. Now, take it from a 40-year-old, you gotta be careful. When older you get, you gotta slow down, man. You can't eat the same like you when you're in your 20s, man. Metabolism not the same. Yeah. You don't even want to move around the same. Like when you older you get, man, you just don't even want to move out the same. Yeah, I know people be talking about, well, I'm still young, I'm 40. All right, I hear you. All right, I hear you. I hear you, jumping jack flash.
What? It will catch up. And, you know, your stomach getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? When your stomach poke out further than your chest. You know, you used to be buff. You know what I mean? Now your stomach caught up. You know what I mean?
Well, your stomach stick out, and you can't pull your pants up because your stomach.
Yeah, exactly. Now you gotta.
Your pants are sagging because your stomach. You can't help it.
Or you know what I mean. You gotta pull your pants up over your stomach. You know what I mean.
Some dudes can't even do that.
And you got a belt.
It's like right there.
Permanent belt on your belly button. You know what I mean.
Crazy.
And that could be you. I mean, we're not body shaming or anything like that.
And it's a process. It happens over time.
Yeah,
if you don't take care of it, it happens over time.
Like I said about my grass, you know what I mean? If you don't take care of that, you know what I mean? Oh, well, I'm going to lose these 5 pounds or 10 pounds, you know what I mean? And now it's 20 pounds.
Yeah,
50 pounds.
You got to find out what your body can digest. Like, you beef, your body digests beef easy, your body digests chicken easy, and your body digests fish. I know some people got allergies and it's a lot.
I know some people didn't know they were lactose intolerant until they was 27.
Some people, well, they probably don't even know what lactose intolerant is, though.
Like every time I eat, every time we go to Cold Stone, you know what I mean? I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, And I knew I was lactose intolerant, and I still eat Cold Stone. I know I'm gonna pay the price, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna pay the price. The McDonald's milkshakes, I knew I was gonna pay the price. But the strawberry milkshake though.
Shout out to the triple thick shakes.
Yeah, but it don't come out triple thick. Come out triple thick. Oh man.
But you gotta watch, like your eating habits. I watched a friend over the years. He was skinny.
Boy.
Junior high, high school even, you know what I mean? College, you know what I mean? So, I'm good. I mean, I'm kind of big, 300, 360. I think heavy's got 410.
Then you gotta know your frame. Like if you're a certain
6
height.
foot tall, 410 pounds.
You're a certain height. Like if we was playing NFL, okay, you're a D tackle. I get it.
Yeah,
but you're not in the NFL. You're regular through the Walmart, 6 foot, 300. That look real crazy.
400. Like you know what I mean? Like man, you and my CNA. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, but you gotta. Stop. Easier said than done. You know
That's
what I mean? It takes a while.
Discipline, yeah.
It takes a while to form these bad habits. It'll take a while to get rid of them. Yeah. And it takes a while to form new good habits.
Like I say, this is what we call it the thinking game. The more you can think about what you're doing before you do it. Some people try to say it's like subconscious, but if you can take it out of your subconscious and think about, if I eat this, what's it gonna cost me down the line? You know what I'm saying? If I have a diet of this. Like if you eat a steady diet of beef, you're probably gonna be more bulkier, especially if you don't lift weights. Then if you ate like some thinner meat like chicken that's not as as a bulky
lean
meat.
And
lean, right.
Holds less fat and things like that. Fish is a lean meat and things like that.
Beef don't have a lot of fat, do it? Unless you get like a lean beef.
The cut, you know what I mean? Ground beef, there's ground, the fat is ground up in it, you know what I mean? That's why it has more flavor when you cook it. The beef the fat melts inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm more, everything. I think if I had the money, though, I'd probably do more fish, though. My body, you just digest fish so fast, like salmon. Yeah. But it fills you up at the same time, but you don't feel like beef will put you to sleep, man. Like gravy in the morning. I can't eat gravy in the morning. I can't be productive. Some people do, though, man. I worked at jobs. Where dude go get breakfast from the cafeteria. We worked at the hospital at St. Vincent. You see some people. You see this dude. You see this dude, big nurse, man. He been there for years.
I know.
He grab a big old thing of gravy, man. He do it every morning.
Two split biscuits.
8:35 every morning. You see him in there. Yeah.
Biscuits.
What's going on, guys?
It's the thick. It's biscuits. Just the thick.
Yeah.
Just in the
gravy, that flour grease. Woo-wee.
Ooh.
That's too much, man.
I'm getting sleepy, man. Just thinking about how you swallow.
Now, here's the part that young people got to think about. Even middle-aged people that work a job. The importance of benefits and how to use them intelligently. It's a lot of things I think people might be trying to sleep on them benefits, man.
Yeah.
Cause man, you get the insurance. They give you a card, but you got to read the fine print to see how much it covers. You got the what? Is it entry level? Then you got PPO, then you got Premier or something like that. Tier levels.
What's that?
You get the entry level.
With the high deductible.
$1,500 deductible.
No, that's on the low end.
That's on the low end?
Yeah, I've seen them as high as 3,000. Like, they cover 2 appointments, 5,000 for families. Like, when I was like,
man, $3,000 and you ain't even, your check not even $3,000. That's the part that's crazy.
Like, but if you're young, sometimes you can roll the dice. So this year, I'm not gonna go to the doctor. So they cover wellness visits. You know what I mean? Like,
that's that kind of stuff is covered.
No. Like one or two.
Oh yeah, one or two. Yeah, then you got it.
Then you know what I mean. And
you still got to pay a copay though, like $25, $40, something like that.
That because you've been getting good insurance for a while, $25 and $20 and $15. You know what I mean? When you want to like save
entry
money,
level, yeah.
You know what I mean? I can have $150 more on my check.
Right.
Every check, that's $300 a month if I get the entry level one. And I don't, like, you go to the doctor once, sprain your ankle.
Boy.
you'll be paying for the X-ray or MRI out of pocket until you meet your deductible. So the MRI $1,500 or $2,000, your deductible $3,000.
And they want up front. They don't bill you no more. They want up front now.
So you can walk around, man. You think I can make it to January 1st?
Man. And then some jobs, they give you that flexible spending card.
Yeah.
And if you know how to use that, what your insurance don't cover, the flex card use that, because what you do is you pay you on every 2 weeks or whatever you get paid, and they'll give you the money up front, but it can only be used for medical expenses and stuff like that. So, but it can be used for a lot of stuff. Like I had to pay for my braces. I think they have stores online where you can buy like medical rated stuff. I bought some things for a little circulator for the feet, something like that. So wife used that. Sometimes I use it, so she like that. You can buy stuff out of CVS too. Oh. In the section where the bandages and stuff is, you can buy some of those massages and stuff too with your flexible card. It's considered an expense or whatever. Yeah. And you can go in there, CVS, and just swipe it, and it'll take it and everything. So it's like a credit card. Yeah.
Like a food stamp card.
Yeah, it might be kind of like food stamp card. Yeah, but and when you go to dentist appointments, co-pays, and all that, you can swipe it to pay for all that. So. Yeah. And to pay for the implant and stuff, that's what I had to use, bro. And boy, it about wiped it out, bro.
Yeah, I had $1,200 left, so like one time at the end of the year, it's like, what am I going to do with this? Like,
what I did was I had it one time too. I went to the FSA store online and just bought all kind of stuff. Cause on the store it's already qualified. Yeah. So then I was buying all kind of stuff, man. Band-Aids for the kids. I said a little foot circulators, see how they hit. Like it's paid for anyway.
Everybody get a Band-Aid.
Yeah, everybody get Band-Aid. He get Thomas the Train. She get what she want. Some Princess Band-Aids, man. Sometimes you go to CVS and buy the big old Band-Aid pack, man, for the kids, man. And,
top of the line.
Never even use. They just use them just cause. Just say they got Band-Aid on. They don't even use them like that.
Yeah, spoiled kids. You know what I mean? Flossing Band-Aids in school.
Yeah. So the second question is, what salary range can you afford to use benefits? That's a tough one, man.
Like what?
Can you afford to use benefits?
Oh yeah.
Like go to the dentist. They want the money up front. Yeah. They're going to tell you how much your insurance cover, and they're going to say, you owe this.
Yeah, so you got benefits. You're paying like $10, $15 a month for your dental insurance, but then you go to the dentist, $1,500. Wait, I got insurance that's with the insurance.
Yeah, they only cover $600. You go $1,500 more. And we need it now. Before we start, we need that now. Yeah. It used to be they used to bill you back in the day. They used to just send you a bill, but they like, nah. We gotta have that now. Yeah. That's why you don't see that many on busy all the time, because people can't pay up front like that. Yeah. Think about health insurance though, man. I mean, dude, if you're not making the money like that.
Man, I got caught one time with the low insurance. I had to go to the hospital, bro. The bills, I was like, is this after insurance? Like, you know what I mean? $600 bills. Versus with my insurance now, you know what I mean, I keep the top tier first class insurance.
Boy, it takes so much at your check.
I have hospital, yeah, I know, right? Man. You know what I mean? But I have a hospital stay, you know what I mean? They send me a bill for $100. You know what I mean? I stayed in the hospital for a week.
But if you're making under 40, let's say if you're doing 32, between that 32 and 35 range, you almost have to get the entry level insurance. You can't afford to use the high end insurance.
Really, can you
especially
afford?
If you got a family. Especially if you got a family.
Can you afford not to if something happens?
I think now you get penalized for not having insurance at all.
No. If you can't afford not to get the higher insurance, like you really, it's a rock and a hard place because you not gonna have the money monthly.
Yeah, to come home, bring home money. Yeah.
Especially with the family plan, it was really expensive. You want the money now to come home, or like something happened, you know what I mean?
Guess what? It goes up.
You'll be paying that bill like for 2 years when your kid had to get stitches.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 10, 15 stitches.
It may cost you $500.
You know what I mean? Or more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they have to hospitalize, the medicine they give, you know what I mean? And you cannot imagine paying, you know what I mean, $50 for like a little, some antibiotics, you know what I mean? Because
from the health, pharmacy,
So you gotta weigh that out, you know what I mean? With out the right job, income, you know what I mean? The price of the benefits, because a lot of jobs said we offer benefits. Right. Like, well,
What kind?
How much are, you know what I mean? Oh, well, it's just, you know what I mean? They pay more than everybody else, but the benefits a month, like the health insurance, you know what I mean? You know, costs like, you know what I mean, $250 a month.
Or they tell you, you know, hey, you know, you come here, man, we offer a reimbursement, school reimbursement package, and you be like, man, how am I gonna go to school when I work 2 to 11? 2 to 11, 5 days a week. Only off on Tuesday, some weird day.
Hey, well, you can go in there. It's just 7 o'clock classes. You know what I mean? You fire me for being sleeping.
Boy, you ain't lying. Boy. But yeah, man, you got them health insurance, man. Because if you don't get health insurance now, you get penalized on your taxes.
Oh, yeah.
And they got to send a form to say that you had insurance. So that's what get a lot of people. And insurances are making so much. Man, they be like, man, can I own an insurance company, bro? Man. Because you have to think like DHS or any hospital where they got over 300 employees. Man, it could be 300 times 150, man. Yeah. And boy, that add up quick. Every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Checks in the mail. COVID been kind of getting them, but then in the insurance company, they got people that's paid to not pay you. Yeah. They'll find any loophole to not pay you.
That's true.
You got life insurance, you die. Oh, they ain't gonna find a way to not pay it out. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
He had a heart attack. Well, he had 12 barbecue chips.
And he didn't take his smoking. He didn't take the smoking wellness test either. So we're gonna disqualify you. You're gonna be disqualified. You know what I mean? Sorry for the inconvenience.
You didn't disqualify the $250 I was paying extra for this life insurance for my kids to have $1 million. You know what I mean? But you don't want to pay it out. You know what I'm doing.
Suicide's not covered either, right? On insurance?
Most insurance, like maybe 95 or 98%, suicide is not covered. Yeah. Some of them try to back out of COVID. You know what I mean? If you got it, certain ways self-inflict. Wow. My brother was telling me about they trying to, you know, like if they can weasel out not paying you, they will. You know what I mean? Well, he went in a place where people was knowingly infected. Boy. So it's suicide.
Boy, you ain't lying. So next question is, do you know your genetic or family history?
Oh yeah, that's one of the most important things. It used to be like a big thing, and I think it needs to be. Do you carry the sickle cell trait? Oh yeah. Do you have a history of diabetes, lung disease, cancer? Yeah. You know what I mean. If you wear glasses, are you gonna pick a wife wears glasses? Your mom wears glasses, you wear glasses, your wife wears glasses. So you know what I mean. Your kid's gonna probably wear glasses. You know what I mean. You need to breed.
My kids, my daughter wear glasses. I wear glasses. My wife wear glasses. She wear glasses. My son probably gonna wear glasses too.
You know, you need to breed somebody with healthy eyes in there. You know what I mean? Somebody. You know what I mean? Or,
if you can find it,
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Some people need to wear glasses. They don't. You know what I mean?
I gotta wear mine. Boy, if I take these things off, I need a cane probably.
Sickle cell trait carriers.
Diabetes, high blood pressure. See, you be thinking like those little things, you be thinking it's just like somebody just had high blood pressure, but that stuff can run in your family, man. Yeah. And other stuff like, you know.
Mental illness, like your dad is bipolar, his dad was bipolar, dementia runs in your, early dementia, you know what I mean, runs in your family.
When did that really start becoming a big thing, mental illness, mental health? Because it seemed like, man, you know, going up through Dunbar and stuff, going through the gang age and stuff. Like, nobody talked about mental.
Like, I mean, I don't think
mental awareness.
Like, me and
peer pressure is insane. That's that stuff will eat your mental alive.
They say it when we was in school: sticks and stones break your bones, but words don't hurt. So where's the mental health aspect?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
What I mean? Yeah. So we had cliches. Y'all had medication and therapists. We had cliches, right?
Therapists are expensive too.
Yeah,
they might charge like $100 an hour, $100
an
hour. Now they got the hustle from scams. Now they got like, you know, look, phone app.
Yeah, like
therapists. You give me 25.
Like, you know, my job, my hospital job, they offered it like, you know, we can have you talk to somebody, and they will label them a life coach. You know what I mean? God. Tell them your problems, and you know what I mean. And what about like, was mental health a big thing in slavery? You know what I mean? Post-traumatic stress, anxiety, depression. You think slaves are
that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with as a whole, as black people. Like, you know, we don't trust each other. It's like we always competing against each other at some point. I still don't understand why people compete, because with another person's skill, you may not even have that skill. So why are you competing with this person?
Well, why do you think you deserve what they, you know what I mean, they get? You know what I mean?
Like somebody think they'll say Jay funny. I want to be funny like Jay, but guess what? You're not funny. So why are you trying to be like Jay funny? You can't be Jay funny because you're not funny.
Yeah, you know got another thing. You know what I mean? I'm not 6'10".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I can't juggle. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to juggle.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not good at putting makeup on. You are. You know what I mean? Living your gift.
Yeah. So, but yeah, don't ignore your family history, man. Because that's something. Don't sleep on that, man. Because actually, we're going pretty deep. You could do a whole episode on that, probably, no problem. Now, here's another one about maintaining, especially when you transition from being a teen to an adult. Do you understand what recurring bills mean? Well, I didn't understand that. I can't stand recurring bills. Now, anyone I can eliminate, I can eliminate that thing, man.
I keep Netflix, but
Man, I got rid of it, man. I mean, back 3 or 4 years ago, it seemed like Netflix, once you watch certain shit, it just got boring. It's probably better now, but it's like I watch probably more YouTube or something like that than I watch that. You know what I'm saying? Or the kids watch Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Cause it be some weird stuff on Netflix sometimes.
Yeah, they got all the content.
Yeah.
They bought all the franchises.
They did. So what's your favorite Marvel movie so far that came out that's on Disney? You're talking about recurring Disney Plus?
I like She-Hulk. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's got the green hair. You know what I mean?
I don't know. In this day and time, I'm stopping. I'm just gonna stop. Just thinking about a magical word. Thinking about She-Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I mean, she transforms. You know what I mean? She is a blood test. You know what I mean? She swapped blood with her cousin. You know what I mean? When she gets excited, she gets real big. You know what I mean? So. So it's like you got a woman, you know what I mean? She get excited, boom, she busting out.
I still like what's the name though? Fendi Gunner, man.
Oh, the movies? You don't like any of the shows? Did you watch Moon Knight?
Moon Knight was alright, man. It was kind of hard. I mean, you have to really sit down and watch it to follow it, man.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes it was one of the movies that like you want to doze off. It help you doze off. You know how you don't be asleep, but you be watching it, but you be kind of like, you doze off, but then you wake up, that kind of napped up where it's like in and out. It helped you with that.
Interesting.
It was interesting, but it was some dry patches in there too. You know what I'm saying?
I can follow you on that.
What's the name was Hawkeye was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. You know what I mean? So did you watch the Black Widow?
Was it the show or was it the movie?
It's the movie.
The movie was alright.
Like Hawkeye, the other Black Widow person.
Her sister?
Yeah, her sister was in the Hawkeye.
Yeah, I think she was, but I think they they like she oversaturated in the series. She's not really required that much. But I see her character, but yeah, I get it. But yeah, Hawkeye was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know how they're gonna do Kingpin. I know he didn't need a comic book. He got shot, but he had some stuff where he couldn't really get killed though. Because he got shot in the face in the comic book, right? He healed, right?
I don't know.
I think he did, man. I think it was by the woman that did in the movie. The deaf, the one that was deaf. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he had some kind of weird healing ability where he just.
They did something. There's characters being rewrote. Don't quote me on the. I'm a fan, but I don't know.
I know those guys that be on the comic book, man. Them dudes be knowing that stuff, bro. I wish I had enough time to sit around and read through that stuff.
George Washington. I know certain characters.
Was it Comic Books Explained? You ever watch dude?
Yeah, I watched.
Man, that dude be knowing about some comic books. He be knowing about the stuff. Like, man, I ain't heard of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Infinity Wars comic book. What?
Yeah.
I wish.
I like to say, I know you like, Thanos and just holding
the bad guys do all the cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't die. Like, he used a Fendi gun, he didn't really die like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony Stark used it, man. Killed him, man.
Like he's a regular.
But it did fry his arm, though, right?
Oh, that was Hulk.
Thanos? No, Thanos, it fried his arm too, right?
You can use it, but like use them all, like the snap, you know, it's gonna.
That's how life is. You can't do everything at one time. It's gonna cost you something.
You know what I mean? He was using them one at a time or two at a time. He was fine. Like he was.
But when he snapped it, when he did the snap though, did it fry his arm?
Yeah, when they found him out trying to be a farmer.
Boy.
You know, Thor didn't cut him no slack on that one.
Boy. Chopped his arm off. Yeah. So, what are recurring bills and how do they affect your money? Boy, they affect your money a lot. You gotta be careful, kiddos. You gotta be careful. Cell phone bill, get you. God.
A lot of times, people, you know, you get older, you look at their yearly salaries, right? Okay, I make $50,000, $60,000.
Yeah.
I can afford this, that, this car, that car. But then when you break it down monthly,
yeah,
you know, I'm making $60,000. I can afford this. I can do this and I can do that. And then you say, all right, you know, it's
living on the strain.
I got the car note. I can get that car. You know, $700. I can afford $700 a month, right? That's $300 insurance. $300 for a car insurance. Yeah, I need full coverage.
Yeah. You gotta get full coverage on new cars. I don't think you can't get liability.
The wife, her insurance too. You know what I mean? That was $200. Yeah. This and that, and that's what you gotta pay monthly.
And then you forgot, I gotta pay sales tax.
So your monthly bills, your monthly recurring bills with this, and then you add this sales tax.
Then you gotta rent.
You know what I mean?
You got utilities. They never stop. Utilities and rent never stop.
So that's when you can't afford, like, I'm making all this money. Why don't I have money? You know what I mean? Why I can't afford this sales tax or this deductible? Right. Because you let your recurring bills, like so many,
eat like Pac-Man,
eat up your monthly budget.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And then now when you need that extra money for a vacation, to save, to invest, you don't have that.
Right.
And it's you. The recurring bills is weird because you look at it, I didn't buy nothing. But you know what I mean? Yeah. What did I buy that's that expensive? Why I don't have? It's just your recurring bills.
Dude,
like your car, your light bill.
I know we're giving away our age, but when we was in high school going into in our 20s, man, a phone bill was about $50, $60 at the most. Yeah. And that's with data plan. You remember we had the Sonys with the picture phone.
What?
Was it Sony or Samsung or Sprint?
No,
the flip phones, but they had the little picture on the front, the camera.
That was Samsung.
SN something, yeah.
And then Motorola then came out with the Razr. Everybody had that.
I didn't have the Razr. Yeah, I know you're talking about
because like Sprint didn't offer it. You know what I mean? They offered their version. You know what I mean?
They did. I think I had that version, the Sprint version.
You know, I remember when you got it was black.
Black. Yep.
Everybody had the pink one. I got the yellow one, green one. Everybody blah 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 blah. And then the iPhone took over, and then the rest
$50. Then it started moving up, creeping up into the hundreds. Unlimited data.
No, you can. Your phone bill, you can get a cheap phone bill. If you sign the contract, you'll get a free phone. Yeah. If you sign the contract.
Yeah. 2 year deal. Yeah.
2 years subscription for your service. Get the free phone. Now you got $1,000 a phone, no contract. You know what I mean?
$1,500. You get the iPhone with the iPhone Pro with the terabyte hard drive, $1,500. That's a lot of memory for a phone. It's like a computer, man.
But you got the iCloud, but you need that
because it may be a little faster uploading to like Instagram and all that from your phone if you got on your phone. Some people be on it, man. I ain't got to that level yet. They be making TikTok videos. They got all their clips and doing the little videos, recording while they out and about, blogging and stuff. Then you just post it.
Is that worth that much? You know what I mean? To have it.
If you're a content creator, it is worth because you're probably making that more than that making content.
For sure. You know what I mean?
But think about the light bill, man. Like when you by yourself, it might not be that bad because you don't use all this stuff. When you got kids, bro. It seems like that stuff just spike up, man. They on the computer, you on the computer, you know.
Tablets always on.
You know, man, you think about them recurring bills, you have so many of those bills that when something pop up, it's hard for you to pay it because you got so many recurring bills you gotta pay. Now you robbing Peter to pay Paul, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's too tight.
Get a car note so big that if something catastrophic happens now, you can't afford to pay it, man. But you still got to pay the car note, though. Now it's just sitting in the yard, rotting away, because you blew the head gaskets because you didn't maintain the cooling on it.
Yeah, man. I can't.
That'd be the funniest thing when people do stuff like that. Like, how you blow the heads? I don't know.
Man, like I can't afford an oil change this month.
Boy, that gonna lock up.
Next month.
But you driving that thing like you a NASCAR 500, though. They get an oil change.
You gotta put. I can't do freeways now, man.
Yeah. Next question: how do you manage your bills monthly? Another thing I want the people to really do that. Like, I have a spreadsheet, like Google Sheets or something like that, and I just kind of keep it written down like right there, so I kind of help you be accountable for what's going on. You know what I'm saying? First, I ain't do that when I was younger. I think I was just paying them, but then when you really sit down and start saying I'm paying this, you're like, wait a minute, I got too much stuff going on. Some of this stuff got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you narrow it down, man, to what you really need. Like, do I really need this? Nah, it's just a want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they charge you every month from some subscriptions you don't even use.
Exactly.
I
remember we had 10 Fitness, bro.
Yeah.
And we wasn't even going, we were busting our head.
And then, like, the first year is $10, you know what I mean? Like,
after they go to what, 20 or 30, something like that?
The beginning of the year, they bust your head for $150 or something like that, or $200. Like, oh, like, man.
Yeah. So, comment if you would like to see us show like a template or something like that, how to have like a mock-up of bills, like on a spreadsheet or something like that, so you can. I think young people really need to. That's a skill that if you can learn that and have the time. That's the thing. They don't want to sit down long enough to do stuff like that.
Yeah, or just visualize it. I know, like, it's simple math, adding and subtracting, and you got this number what you get paid and this number of what's going out, you know, and you got it in your head, you know what I mean? But sometimes you don't budget, you know, you had to go get gas, that one extra time, you know what I mean? You ate out, you was at work, everybody ate out, and it was $20 or $50. Like, you like, oh, I bought Samson or Taylor lunch, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't think about that, and then offsets you know what I mean? Or you don't realize in yearly or monthly how much you're eating out is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I spent $200 on McDonald's and
tacos
stuff like
for
that.
life. That could cost you about $18. Then you go to Arby's in the evening, that could be another $18 to $20, and you're looking at about $40-something right there.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Just off just 2 restaurants. You know what I'm saying?
And that was
with the breakfast.
$1 restaurants. You know what I mean? Develop a Starbucks habit if you want to.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a couple.
You got to put that on the spreadsheet.
I got the Apple Crisp today for at work. I got the Apple Crisp macchiato, and I think it was about $7. Almost probably just rounded up to $7, something like that. Maybe $8, somewhere in there.
That was my meal budget for 3 days. You know what I mean?
Boy.
So,
and I don't think people realize. I remember when we was young, I could get a $20, man. I could cook a pot of pasta or something, man, and still have money left over, man. You do those kind of things and
eat leftovers. For certain
make a big pot. Yeah, eat it over 3 days.
And another thing, you know, with writing your budget down, you know what I mean? I know it sounds simple and it's above some of you. In your head, your budget is fine. It's good.
Boy.
You know what I mean? The
spreadsheet. Think about that X factor.
The spreadsheet, on paper, your budget is good. Yeah. But it's something about living in the house, paying rent, having a car note.
Living in America, baby.
Feeling that budget. You gotta feel the budget. You know what I mean? Because when you, like, you know, especially when you're married, you know, you move in with somebody, you know what I mean? You don't see the budget on paper. Boy. This is what money we pull in. This is how much we got left over for, you know, leisure things. Yeah. You don't know until you feel it.
And see, that's another thing.
And the money you got left over ain't as much as you think, and it just feel like you broke all the time.
And see, this is the movie we was talking about courtship last time. Thinking about Matt is getting on the same page and staying on the same page. Man, dude, because 2 different people and you trying to be on the same page. You know, you're on a budget. We're on a budget. We agree to it. Next thing you know,
y'all agree to it on paper.
Yeah, come with something like with a new car or something, or even me. I remember my wife be like, "What'd you buy from Amazon?"
Oh, you saw that.
I bought a scope. I bought a scope for my rifle. I really needed it. I need to protect the house. I try to justify.
Man's supposed to be a protector.
I can shoot a dude 50 yards away with this. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've heard of cases where the husband come home from work and it's a new car in the garage, and they didn't agree on it.
What? You can't take it back now,
boy. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of stuff. You're on the same page,
you don't know, like, you know what I mean? As a man or a woman, you feel trapped. You know, you work, especially in a marriage, like if you don't do the courtship, you bring all this money home and you make, and you get a raise. I deserve a new car. Yeah. Why do I have to check with her or check with him? It's my money. You know what I mean? We have this much money left over, or they your spouse or partner or you manipulate yourself. Like,
right. Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
The car note ain't gonna be but $200, and I have $250 left over every check. Yeah. I'm gonna
They ain't thinking about insurance.
Your room in the budget was $50.
Right.
That look like a lot, but when you that's all you got,
boy,
left on your check or a month. You might as well overdraw now.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna feel like.
3 months,
2 years in, about 6 months into it, you can be like, man, I'm tired of paying this, man.
You tired of paying it? You tired of eating Roman noodles?
Boy,
because that's what you gonna do.
Man, I made some Alfredo, man, with the Parmesan cheese. Some ramen noodles one time. I thought I was at Olive Garden, bro. I was like, man, do Olive Garden do this? They be serving ramen noodles, man.
It's you know what I mean. I get the poor man, cause you know what I mean. Noodles unhealthy. I just put a can of string beans, green beans in my
beans.
noodles.
I thought beans were unhealthy for you at a certain point too, cause they hold the sodium, cause they absorb moisture.
Moisture is bad for you.
Too much moisture, yeah.
I mean,
unless you want gout and stuff like that.
Like what
swollen ankles, man.
What type of beans?
I don't eat man. Look, man.
Like green, I grew up. You don't eat green beans.
I grew up on so many beans, bro.
Like French cut.
Dude, I'm 6'5". I grew up on so many beans, bro. Beans and pork, every part of the beef, except for chitlins. That's when I took my stand. I was like the civil rights. I'm not eating no chitlins. You can go to bed hungry, fine. I'm going to bed hungry, no problem.
But
or I get the beans. I put so much cornbread and sugar in it, it look like paste. My grandma like, I don't care, as long as you eat it. There's so much sugar in it, every bite is gritty from the sugar.
That's terrible, man.
But that's the only way I eat it, man. I don't want to eat no brown beans, just brown beans by themselves, man. That's weird, man. It's like eating mush.
No, and I couldn't deal with the pork in the beans. Like, you know what I mean? Put a ham hock in there, put some bacon, fat back.
I guess it gives it flavor. We go over Gill House, you eat that? The baked beans?
Oh, yeah.
And dude put everything. Gill barbecue, bacon, sometimes we put shrimp in there, I think. People tear them beans up, man. Like, I think some people went over there didn't eat beans. Like, man, these beans good, man.
Cause they got everything in them, but like certain beans. But like if you just got some brown beans and you just put a ham hock in there, and people,
I'm from the country where they do that. Yeah,
people just want the ham hock, man. You gonna
They waiting on it. They waiting on people to eat it so they can see if it's left in there. And the whole your uncle go in there and get the ham hock out and wonder why he got high blood pressure. Wonder why he in there croaked out on his couch. He can't get up. He sleep. Eating all that pork, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Itis.
Boy, that itis a monster, man. Boy. And then our last question on this topic is getting to the point of stability. Like, what is stability? I think, what's a definition that we could make sense out of stability? Because it sounds like a simple word.
Yeah, and I don't some people think it's like a destination, you know what I mean? But
it is a process to get to that.
Yeah, but you can have it on each level you're in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just a level of discipline you have and
yeah,
understanding
you know,
where you're at.
You can be stable on $15,000 or $20,000 a year.
Boy.
But it just looks like, you know what I mean?
15,000 stable.
It's just gonna feel real different.
No easy way out. There's no
it may be for y'all in a 3-bedroom apartment, but y'all making it. You know what I mean?
Dude, was we making that like we were working at St. back then? I think I was saying, wait, I need to find some old check if I can find them, man. I just ride over in the Monte Carlo rims and everything. I don't know how I was making it, man. I don't know, man. But we ain't had no kids either, though, I guess, because we ain't had no kids. But
yeah.
And I was living with roommates with two roommates.
But
man,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it
you
was rough,
see people 6 figures that aren't stable.
Boy.
It's crazy looking up, you know what I mean, when you ain't like, you know what I mean, millionaires, you know what I mean, their cars ain't paid off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because to me, stability is when you make some smart moves and your recurring bills are not more than what your take home, and you have some left over where you can kind of live on. It's not check to check, but it's a little bit above check to check. But then, let's say you pay all your bills and you have like $2,000, that's ballpark, $2,000 left over. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't blow through that.
Yeah, you can do things, you know, well, we don't know what percentage because we didn't say the yearly income that you have, but you have $2,000 left over, but you can maybe save, travel, you know, you got your rainy day fund.
But what if you just like, you know what, for the next 6 months, I make $2,000 after everything's paid, I'm gonna put up $1,000.
Yeah, and
or, you know, you have a credit union account outside of your bank account, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna put $200 auto drop outside of my regular account. I'm just gonna drop $200 in there, don't touch it unless I just need it or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then there's stability. But like, if you can't even think about saving, or you can't think about, it's a miracle if you have anything left over.
And see, and that's the thing too, the mental stability to say, okay, I don't have enough left over, but I'm not gonna do nothing crazy to really put me down under. I just have to be mindful of what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's controlling your emotions, you know what I mean? Because you work hard every day.
That's part of stability though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mental stability.
Yeah.
Because you work hard every day. You go to work. Why are you broke? Why am I? Because you're feeling yourself like, I go to work and I work hard for my money. Right. Why am I broke? I deserve to spoil myself. So you know you only got 20.
Yourself,
you know you only got $20 left over.
Boy.
But you go splurge, you know what I mean? You go buy them shoes. Mm-hmm. You go get a $70 pedicure.
Go buy some J's instead of
you know what I mean? Overdraft or you know.
Like if you can live on your own and not borrow money and not have to be short all the time, like have enough money, pay your bills and stuff, and you take care and don't have to borrow money and stuff, I think you're doing all right.
That's level.
That's level one.
Definitely. Stability. You know, that's your first step. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think we spoke early in our episode. You know what I mean? If you keep getting raises, leveling up, and you still living check to check,
you gotta look at what you're doing. Yeah,
it's not the money you're making; it's you.
Exactly.
So without mastery, no, I won't say mastery. Just competency. You know what I mean? If you can just complete it, you know what I mean, 70% or something, stability, you know what I mean, you really got something, and when you go to the next level, you take that discipline with you.
Yeah, for real. This is another topic that you will experience as an adult, especially when you get done with school and everything. Living in a house with a spouse, just living on your own. A lot of people sleep on this, checking their mail, keeping up with paperwork.
Sometimes it can be depressing, looking at their mailbox.
Yeah, keeping up with mail. Here's another question I got to people. Do you have your Social Security card?
The actual hard copy.
Yeah, the actual hard mines.
I got a picture of mine.
Yeah, that don't work. Some jobs you gotta have your actual Social Security card to be scanned.
I got a copy.
Yeah, you can go get a copy of it. I think you gotta go to Social Security Foundation. Think about birth certificate. What if you don't have your birth certificate? How many people really have that on hand?
Yeah, I couldn't get my passport. You know what I mean? Because like.
Then you gotta go to the records department,
yeah,
and they always crowded.
My cousin, his middle name was spelled different on his Social Security card than it was on his birth certificate.
Wow.
Couldn't get a passport. They got to get that rectified.
Then you go to the health records, it be weird people. He walk in there doing it.
Every time.
What does dude there for? He can't even talk. Then you gotta pay for it. Anything you go into a state office and get is not free. Information is not free. You want no birth certificate? Sure, we print you off one. That'll be, I don't know how much it is now. Probably, when I did, I think it was like $10, $15 or something like that. It could be more now with inflation, but death records, you got to pay for that. Birth certificate, you got to read it, you got to pay for that, give you a copy of it. Keeping up with your diploma.
Degrees too.
Tax information. Sometimes you got to keep your taxes back to a certain point. They may call you and say, we need your taxes from, you know what I'm saying, what is it, 2022? We may need it from like 2019. You're like, man, who keeps up with 2019 taxes? If you want your taxes done, you're going to come in here.
Who got them? You got them.
Yeah. And we talking about medical bills, bro. Boy. And they don't never send them all at one time. They always come. Man, that's crazy. Anesthesia. Like, I just paid my medical bill. Where's anesthesia come from? Doctors group. Because
I paid the
radiology.
I got to pay the hospital, anesthesiologists, the doctors.
Man.
Then the radiologist. What?
Then if you don't pay a certain amount of time, they try to sue you, man.
With my insurance, I can't pay the first bill because I get the EOB and then insurance come behind me and pay some more.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I'd have paid the first bill, I'd have overpaid. They're not giving me the money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
for sure.
But if you wait too long,
lawsuit. Here's the thing people do. I've done it. If it's a
state, they'll take your state stuff. You know what I mean? So.
There's the thing that people do though that you got to be careful about. I did. Remember we used to live in, I used to rent the house from my mom. You just get the mail and just sit on the table or something, and it just stack. It be so stacked up, man. It ain't even open. You just open what you think is important, or if you're looking for something.
And you glance at it. You know what I mean?
A couple of times, almost said you didn't even know you had checks in there. Like, nah, I didn't. Nah, I just sat on the table, man.
Plain envelopes.
Yeah. I know what you say when they send your state tax, you looking for that because you know that's coming. But everything else, you're like, that ain't nothing. It's just junk mail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keeping up with that mail, man, that stuff build up real fast, bro. Super fast, man. And I know with college, man, I got to keep up with all this stuff going to school. You got to keep up with financial aid. You got to keep up with your class scheduling. You got to go in there, all that online. But you still have to sit down, get on your computer, and go do it. You can't be lazy or procrastinating about it.
You gotta have the reference point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The email and text, they got the code or the adjusted gross income from 1992.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You gotta know which email like you saved that under. You know what I mean? So stuff like that.
Yeah, that stability, man, is a monster, man. Being able to be stable, man, because I know when I was in that 18 to 25 range, I think I had to learn every year. I just started to realize, like, what am I really doing, man? Like, dude, I'm blowing money, man. What am I really doing? I don't know. I think sometimes kids really, when I had kids, it really made me really start thinking about what I was doing too. I need to really. It seemed like when you're young, I was talking to Nick about that. When you're young, it's like your decision making. It's like you're shooting blanks. But then when you start getting older, when you turn into an adult, it's like you got live rounds now. Every round counts. You're responsible for where your rounds go. They tell you gun class. You're responsible for every round. Your decisions are like live rounds. Every round counts for something. Yeah. You think you just shot in the air, but it hit somewhere.
It's coming down.
Heck yeah, man. So, Yeah, man, you gotta keep up, man. You gotta make good decisions, man. That's part of life, making solid decisions. Cause I know for me, I was telling nigga, I know my dad, he died when I was 12, but it seemed like for men, you really need your dad after you turn 18 as well, because that's when them decisions start.
Yeah,
it's like being a consultant. Like, what do I really do right here? If you don't have that, now you gotta it's like a lot of trial and error you gotta go through. You really gotta be a forward thinker. That's probably why I'm so weird. I try to think as far ahead as I can, good, bad, ugly. And some people think that's negative because you're thinking about the good, but they just want to think about the positive.
Yeah.
But if you tell them this can happen, this can happen, this can happen, why are you talking about that and that? Why you just can't talk about the good? Because you need to learn about all that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I mean? That was an interesting point. Men, need that father figure of men, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or mentors or whatever that looks like, because ain't nothing like or anything you encounter as a kid to prepare you for man decisions.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And I know those things, being a woman, you know what I mean,
Right.
that women deal with.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I'm not a woman,
personally,
definitely.
you know what I mean? But I'm not discrediting. Yeah. I'm just speaking from a man's point of view.
Right.
Learning from my dad's mistakes.
Yeah.
Him telling me, stuff as an adult.
Right.
We had a lot of talks when, of a child, a teenager, that will really help me and molded my character.
Yeah.
But really, seeing things as an adult, him teaching me things, him being there, or it's like, hey, look, your uncle did this. You know what I mean? Your cousin did that. That's why you shouldn't do this.
Right.
I did this. That's why you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? That's how I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Looking at the good and bad and ugly. Having somebody tell you that. You know what I mean? And teaching you how to look at
me, I had to learn through observation and a lot of self-thought processing and stuff like that. I had to put all the mechanisms in my brain, because not having somebody say, don't do this, look at this. I had to kind of come to that realization on my own by looking through observation. Because let's say you live in the hood, man, a lot of dudes ain't you know what I'm saying, mentoring like that, man. You just seeing stuff, you're like, man, this dude got 30 years, man, just for credit card fraud, man. What in the world, you know what I'm saying?
And in the hood, they tell you the fast money good stories. You know what I mean? Ooh, look at the car I got.
Yeah.
Look at the girls I got. Look at this money. You know what I mean? They didn't tell you, you know what I mean, about they, first week in lockup. You know what I mean? Them hard nights. Or, you know what I mean?
Or they'll tell you about the dude come up to him with the truck gauge talking about getting the trunk. They'll tell you about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now you got a choice. Do I run, risk getting shot with the shotgun, or do I get in the truck? It probably die. Yeah. So, to me, it's an easy choice. But in that situation, you just never know what you're doing in that situation. I'm not getting in the truck.
Sometimes, you know what I mean, and without, the parent, adults, or friends to have the conversation with, you think comply, right? If I do what this person says, the police, this guy with the shotgun, it'll be all right. You know what I mean? He's not going to hurt me. He just wants my money.
What factors in your you think about that. What factors into your decision makers? You get in the trunk. You don't know what's going to happen. You in mercy. Now you in a box for literally.
A mystery box.
But a 12 gauge, getting hit with a 12 gauge at close range. If you ain't never shotgun, that ain't pretty either. The chances of survival, depending on what it hit you at. But if you think, if I can just get fast enough, I run.
Maybe I can tell him.
If I can run the zigzags, maybe he won't shoot like a gazelle.
Don't be Ricky.
See, Ricky ran a straight line though. In Boys in the Hood, that was like shooting fish in the barrel, man. You know what I'm saying? A double barrel too, man. Cause the car came up, and he just beelined it, right? Yeah. 4.3 wasn't even that fast. He probably running a 4.3. He probably running 4.340, man.
In slow motion.
That's why they had to slow it down. He was running like Michael Johnson.
He was the Flash. You know what I mean? We was looking in Speed Force when he got shot. But he couldn't outrun them.
What's crazy, people don't realize this kind of stuff happened though, man. People come up to people, man, get in the trunk, man. Man, that's crazy, man.
In, Westgate, he came back limping. He had to make a decision. He got shot in the butt running because he was there talking to us. Showed he made the right decision. He wasn't on the limp cart.
Don't get the truck. You don't know what's going to happen when you get in the truck.
And you can only imagine.
What movie was that when dude got in the trunk and he shot him through the trunk, man? What is the Payback with Mel Gibson? They put him in the trunk and then he ended up shooting him through the seat.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big Payback.
That was Christian Bale, right?
Was it Christian Bale? Mad Ben.
What's that?
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, and he was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy in the art movie.
Yeah, man. That kind of stuff happens, man. They don't tell you about that, though, Joy. They don't tell you about dudes that robberies and stuff, unless you're around them, you know, long enough like that. Cause like I said, I know dudes, man, that they'll come tell you the story. Like, man, some dudes cut their whole power line, like their main power box, bro. Like, how do you not get shocked? Number one, doing that. Number one, cutting the power line with like wire, with some big old bolt cut. How do you not get electrocuted? Number one, but they'll shut, or they just go in your breaker box. If you're outside, just shut all your power off. Come in there and rob you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's going on? My power's. I'm gonna check the breaker.
And then you got the 12 gauge with that mag light. I thought we turned the lights off. Lights off.
Let there be light. Where there's light, there's fire.
Hey man, flip the switch. Boo!
I think mine is like right there.
What's that?
Like my power, my breaker box like was right outside like my window. You know what I mean? I was like, peek out the window.
You really have to have a feel for your house and kind of understand, like, some people be like naive. Like, it's like when you driving your car, like, I understand when I'm driving my car, I can almost feel my tires on the road. Like, you know how you driving the car, you can tell, like, you feel the thump, like my tire low. I can tell my tire low. I can feel it. Sometimes you gotta have that feel for your house. Like, you in the house and you see a clock go off or a light that's always on or something. You see it just go off all of a sudden. But everybody in the bed, you're like, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yeah, that's when you
Some
sleep
people don't
dark.
have that kind of idea.
Yeah, like when you sleep in the dark.
Yeah.
Some people sleep with the TV on when your TV go off. But when you sleep in the dark and then you hear that night silence.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
kind of like Boys in the Hood, when dude was in the house and his dad was like, wait a minute, he got that 30, it was a 30-80 he shot. Yeah. Dude thought he was sneaking around the house. And he see that big 38 sticking out. Yeah, man. And but yeah, man, we're finna get ready to sign out this thing, man. We want to stop by, man, talk about this maintenance, man. And like I say, man, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, man. Help us get to 1K. We appreciate all the viewers. Thank you for watching. Let us know any topics you want to hear us talk about. We'd love to talk about anything with the youth. Definitely we can break it down from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, man, we're finna sign out, man. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Episode number 30. We signing out. Peace.